Hi, my name is Andreas. I'm Director of Audiology at Hearing Solutions, and I would like to answer a question about what kind of financial support is out there for people who need hearing aids. So this is a tricky one. Hearing aids aren't free, and so people are wondering, how am I going to be able to manage it? And how am I going to be able to afford it? We never want to see people not get the treatment that they need because of a financial concern. And so there's lots of support systems that we're always going to take into consideration when people are financially sensitive. So we're going to examine programs that exist within the province. And so one program that everybody with a valid healthcare card is eligible for is the Assistive Devices Program. And so that grants people up to $1,000, $500 per year towards hearing aids. And that's going to give them a little bit of support to move them towards their hearing treatment. Now, unfortunately, that's not going to cover the total cost of hearing aids. Still, people are going to be out of pocket a couple $1,000 up to more, depending on the technology that's right for them. But we are blessed to have that program because many provinces don't have funding and many countries don't have any funding at all. So that is the first layer of support that's out there for people. There's a number of other support systems like ODSP, where people might get coverage. And many of these programs are covered in a way that might mean that people don't need to supplement it in any way. It might be full coverage for some individuals who are in need or have social support available to them. It's true as well for individuals who have done service. So veterans, for example, have coverage as well. And so we're going to consider programs like that. WSIB is another coverage program that we're going to consider for people who have hearing loss that is the result of noise exposure. And so we generally help these individuals find out whether or not they're eligible for such a program, help them with any of the paperwork that they might need to do in order to get those funding services in place. And most importantly, as a part of the case history process, we're talking with our patients to understand what kind of programs they might be eligible for. And so those are just a few of the programs that people might be eligible for. There are others, and so we're always wanting to consider all of the options that are available to people so that we don't miss anything and miss out on an opportunity that might have been able to get somebody the treatment that they needed. Even if somebody isn't available for a number of these programs, there are a number of things that we can do to ease the burden. So one that's common, for example, is look at payment options. Not everybody can afford hearing aids outright, but spanning the payments out with a payment plan is another option that has made the world of difference to many of our patients. A lot of individuals are worried, well, how am I going to be able to manage that? Already it's a financial burden. It's going to cost me more because of things like interest. But fortunately, a number of these payment options are interest-free. And so we might be able to span the payments out over a year, and it might not cost you anything extra. You're just going to be spreading out the payments to make it a little bit easier for your budget. And so a big part of the consultation process is understanding what people's needs are. And part of understanding what people's needs are is their financial needs as well. And so this is an important part of that process that we are very sensitive to.